know what's going on here. Yeah, I refuse to live my whole life in fear. Yeah, my pain only strengthens me. Yeah, yeah, all this pain has awakened me. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jvstyce. Welcome back to the tribe. I've got a really fun one for you today. Today, it's not so much informative as let's peek behind the curtains. Let's see the wizard himself, so to speak. So a few people have been asking me the gear I'm running, the weapons I'm running, some of the different things that my gear does for me and my weapons do for me, as well as my attribute breakdown, my weapon abilities breakdown, just these little things to get into the space that I'm in and see what I'm liking, what I'm not liking, what I'm looking for. So that's what we're doing today. We're breaking it down, we're going inside, and we're gonna see what's cooking on up here. I hope you have a good one. Tell somebody you love them. Peace and love, everybody. A lot of people have been asking about my own personal gear, attributes, and weapon abilities. So here's a breakdown. Starting with my weapons, I love my hammer. Here you see that it has high damage, for my level at least, and boosts my strength ability as well. It also has the ability to steal life from enemies and boosts my light and heavy attacks. It's just amazing. And I love it. It also swings pretty decently for a two-handed heavy weapon, so that's also important to note as well. My great axe, it's my go-to for all dungeons. It's got good damage, boosts my health attribute, also has a great chain fire ability, and taunt, which pulls aggro or focuses enemies onto me and away from my teammates, which is really what you want if you're going to try to be a tankier build for these dungeons. It also has good slash damage, which is going to be very important to help get through and cut through armor. The focus on the axe I really don't need, but for right now it's the best axe I've gotten, and so we're gonna stick with it for a while. Plus I've got the carnelian gem. My helmet is fine so far. It boosts my health and gives me a damage absorption boost. Also dulls critical hits against me, which is really important and really helps me when I've got mobs swarming me, especially in dungeons. The chest piece is as good as well. Increases my strength, gives me physical damage absorb. After this video, I currently found a better chest piece that gives me strength and focus, but the physical armor is 419, gives me physical and elemental damage absorption, as well as animal damage absorption, which is really awesome for me since I'm always out there hunting. Yeah. My gloves are decent, but I'm looking for better. Something that boosts strength and constitution instead of intelligence. I'm a tanky DPS, so heavy armor boosting strength and constitution is the way to go. My pants aren't bad. They provide decent armor and boost the attributes I want and allow me to increase damage absorption if I penetrate armor. Which is good because my axe does penetrate. My boots, I don't really like, but they're the best armor I have right now. You can see that they don't give the attribute buffs I want, and I don't run Path of Destiny with my Warhammer, so the armor ability is useless to me. I'm always on the lookout for better gear, and you should be as well. Make sure that the attributes are always being buffed for the ones that you're running for your weapons and for your build. The amulet I have is physical damage absorption and boosts strength, so I have 2 of those that are stacking. Gives me 3% physical damage absorption, which is great. The ring right now is the only one I have. A friend in the group is making me a better one with the attributes I need. So for right now, this is just on just to have it on. Then I have my satchel. Allows me to carry more. Lightens my rawhide and my leather, which are my primary trade skills right now. I'm always hunting. I'm crafting leather and coarse leather. So it's really important for me to have that. And then currently I'm also on the lookout for another satchel to increase again. And then here is what I have in the inventory. I got some food to help mana regen, which I'm going to sell in the store. I've got light meals, travel rations, all to help increase my health, as well as 44 potions that I have currently equipped. All my cooking supplies, just your day-to-day necessary equipments. My attributes have been respec'd a lot, but right now I like where I am. With my strength here, I'm increasing melee weapon damage by a total of 15%, and it lets me carry 20 plus more. It scales the damage of my weapons as well. So you'll see the sword, the axe, the hammer, the hatchet. Those are all scaled damage increases with those weapons. So if your strength is high, then your weapons will be boosted as well. So for me, strength is where I love to be. Now I'm showing you focus because my ring gives me focus, but it's really not necessary unless you're going to be life staff primary. It gives you mana regen increases and for fishing, which for me, I don't really use that, but I just showed it since it's on. Constitution here lets my health items be more potent, meaning if I use a health potion without this tab, it might only give me 500 health, but since I've got the first dot, now I'm going to get 700 to 800 health back, maybe even more. It lets me cut down trees faster, which is a pretty cool bonus, especially when you're trying to level up the gathering and the trade skills. And the more you go, the more cool bonuses that you get. So strength and constitution, if you're going to be DPS, depending on what weapons you're using. If you're going to be a tank, you want to max out your constitution and then get strength going as well. You'll also see my health here and my damage that my weapons do. I love my weapons, and as you see, I've tried every weapon out at least a little bit. Maybe not the spear as much as some others, but I've at least tried all, if not most of all the weapons. But for me, the power of the hammer and the axe is where it's at. In my hammer, I have crowd crusher abilities. This is important for how I play. I use abilities like clear out, that when enemies swarm me and I have a whole crowd of enemies surrounding, I use this ability and knock them back, which is great. It clears space and gives us all a chance to breathe. And then Shockwave. For me, this is the most important one. It stuns and weakens my enemies. So you'll jump up in the air and you'll slam your hammer down, creating a circle of effect, and it stuns any enemies that are in that circle. And as you level it up, which I recommend that you max this one all the way as soon as you can, you'll also inflict weaken on your enemies, which lets your damage become greater. And that is something that is super important. You want to go for these little perks that you can get whenever you can. So max this one all the way as soon as you can, work on clear out after, and get all the passives that I have as well. They'll help out a lot if you're going to go the Warhammer route and you want to do as much damage and help out your team as best possible. And I haven't chosen my last skill yet for the Warhammer. There's a couple of good choices, but I'm most likely going to go with the Mighty Gavel ability on the Juggernaut side, just for the sheer damage that it does. And once again, here are my passives showing you what they do and how they benefit the Warhammer abilities in class. Epitome of Bonk is probably my favorite passive out there, as well as Exhaustive, because when you have that, now not only are you weakening your enemies with Shockwave, but now you're making their stamina regen that much harder to come back. Next, we have the Great Axe. My axe comes in handy for dungeons and just pulling enemies into the group to just destroy them. Reap grabs enemies. First, it's just a 4-meter grab. But if you upgrade it to where I've got it, you'll pull enemies in from 8 meters away. And once you upgrade it again after that, it'll even heal you for a percentage based on the damage that you do. 30% of your damage done by Reap, you'll heal, which is crazy awesome because this ability comes back pretty fast, so cooldown's quick. Whirlwind's a fun attack. You spin around and damage any enemy that's surrounding you in the area, so it's cool just to be able to hit as many enemies as possible, especially if they all swarm you. And the more you upgrade, the more spins you do, and the faster you'll go. Maelstrom, by far, is my favorite ability. It pulls enemies in and damages at the same time. And once you level it up, where I've got it, it also stops anything from being thrown or shot at me. And you're also going to want it to get the passives I have if you want to go the axe route to help increase your health regeneration as well as your damage increases. It's also important that you make sure whatever route you go, you pay attention to your armor as well. If you're going to be a tank or be tanky, heavy armor is what you want to go with all the way. And you'll see it by the bar next to your armor. The heavier you are, the more you'll do as far as damage absorption goes. If you want to be a healer with mobility, go light armor so you can dodge roll and be faster. Same goes for DPS if you want to be fast or if you want to be a little bit tanky. Just base your armor based on how you want to have your mobility. And then last but not least, make sure you level all your trade skills. You can see here that I've been grinding, getting certain skills higher than others at first. But I'm really just grinding to get all my trade skills leveled up, and you'll want to as well. You don't want to be with a skill that's at 0 and then have to depend on someone else to do something for you, because then you might have to wait. And you can see here, that's the case with me with jewel crafting. I can't make any type of jewelry, so I can't make amulets, I can't make earrings, I can't make rings, and that's going to really hurt me down the line if I don't start working on that. It's a grind, but it's super worth it. So make sure you're always leveling everything up that you can. When you're running to go quest to quest, pick up some flint, harvest some herbs or hemp, mine that boulder, chop that tree. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Peace and love, everybody.